Hello, everyone, and a very warm welcome to the English Story Nook. We are so happy you've joined us today. Today, we're diving into a story about a curious teacher in a friendly neighborhood, a mysterious note found with an elderly woman, and the gentle unfolding of a forgotten secret. Get ready to discover how paying attention to small details can lead to wonderful revelations and a deeper understanding of the people around us. You'll learn about community, kindness, and the joy of rediscovering lost passions. Before we dive into today's adventure, if you enjoy our stories and want to support what we do here at the English Story Nook, please give this video a like, subscribe to our channel, and if you feel like it, you can even buy us a coffee. You'll find a link for that in the description below. Every like, subscription, and kind gesture helps us keep creating great content for English learners like you. We truly appreciate your support. And now, let's get started with our story. Behind the tree, the morning sun was just beginning to warm the cobbled streets of Maleswaram when Anjali, a schoolteacher with a penchant for puzzles, heard the commotion. Old Paati, a beloved figure in their neighborhood, had been found fast asleep under the sprawling banyan tree at the end of the lane. This wasn't entirely unusual. Paati was known for her occasional sleepwalking. However, clutched in her frail hand was a small folded piece of paper containing a cryptic message. Where the shadows dance, the lost song waits. Anjali, ever the amateur sleuth, felt her curiosity piqued. What could this possibly mean? She murmured, examining the note. If she hadn't known Pati's gentle nature, she might have suspected something more sinister. The local gossip, Kavitha, was already holding court, her voice a little too loud. I saw her wandering late last night. She looked quite distressed, poor thing, probably just confused as usual. Kavitha's pronouncements, however, often served as a red herring, and Anjali decided to delve into the matter more deeply herself. She knew that to unravel this mystery, she would need more than just neighborhood chatter. It was clear that Pati, in her sleep, had inadvertently stumbled upon something, or perhaps was trying to communicate something she couldn't in her waking hours. The message was too specific to be mere ramblings, Anjali thought. She needed to piece together the fragments of this puzzle before jumping to conclusions. The elusive meaning of the note was the first thing she had to fathom out. Her first stop was Suresh, the street seller who sold fragrant jasmine flowers and newspapers near the banyan tree. Suresh was a quiet man, often overlooked, but Anjali sensed an observant nature beneath his nonchalant exterior. He was an unlikely ally, but she felt he might have seen something. Suresh, did you notice anything unusual about Pati yesterday evening or last night? Anjali asked, trying to sound casual. Suresh, initially hesitant, adjusted his stack of newspapers. Pati was pensive yesterday, more so than usual, he finally offered. She bought her usual flowers, but kept looking towards the old abandoned community hall. She seemed to be searching for something quite elusive. Anjali felt a flicker of excitement. The abandoned hall was right behind the banyan tree, a place where shadows indeed danced as the sun set. Did she say anything? Anjali pressed. Suresh shook his head. No, but I saw her later, much later, when I was closing up. She was standing near the tree, humming a tune I didn't recognize. It was a rather cryptic melody, almost melancholic. This information seemed to corroborate Anjali's feeling that Kavitha's explanation was too simplistic. She needed to glean more details. Perhaps Pati's penchant for wandering had led her to rediscover something important. Anjali thanked Suresh, whose observations were proving invaluable. He was no longer just an unlikely ally. He was becoming a partner in her quest to unravel the truth. She hoped that together they could dispel the confusion surrounding Pati's nocturnal adventure. That afternoon, Anjali decided to visit Pati, who was now awake and resting, though a little disoriented. "Pati," Anjali began gently, "do you remember anything about last night? About the note?" Pati looked at her with clouded eyes. "The song. I was looking for the song," she whispered. Anjali then remembered Suresh mentioning Pati humming. Could the lost song be a real song from Pati's past? Anjali decided to delve into Pati's history, speaking to older residents. She learned that Pati, in her youth, had been a gifted singer, but had stopped performing after a personal tragedy. The community hall, now derelict, had been where she often sang. The pieces were beginning to fit. Anjali meticulously gathered every snippet of information, hoping to piece together the full picture. There was a definite undercurrent of sadness when people spoke of Pati's lost musical talent. Anjali shared her findings with Suresh. So the note wasn't a random message. It was about her music, her lost passion. Suresh, who Anjali discovered was a secret poet, nodded, a rare smile on his face. It seems Pati inadvertently tried to reconnect with a part of herself she thought was gone. The banyan tree, the shadows, the hall, it all makes sense. He then confessed, "I sometimes write poetry there, by the old hall. It's quiet. I saw a very old, conspicuous songbook tucked away under a loose floorboard a while ago. I didn't think much of it then." If they could find that songbook, it might corroborate their theory. The location was certainly conspicuous enough to be remembered or sought out, even in a dreamlike state. Together, Anjali, the determined sleuth, and Suresh, the observant poet, went to the abandoned hall. After a bit of searching, guided by Suresh's memory, they found the loose floorboard. Underneath, dusty and fragile, was an old songbook. Its pages were filled with handwritten melodies and lyrics. As they looked through it, Pati herself appeared at the doorway, drawn by an instinct she couldn't explain. Seeing the book, her eyes cleared. A slow smile spread across her face. "My songs," she whispered, her voice stronger than Anjali had heard it in days. The mystery of the midnight message was solved, not revealing a crime, but a forgotten dream. Kavitha's version of events, the supposed red herring, was completely off the mark. Anjali felt a sense of relief, the undercurrent of mystery finally resolved. Suresh, no longer quite so nonchalant, even suggested they help Pati organize a small gathering for her to sing again, a way to dispel any lingering sadness. Anjali couldn't fathom a better ending. They had stumbled upon not just a solution, but a chance for Pati to rediscover her joy. And Anjali had gleaned more than just clues. She had found a new friend in Suresh, and a deeper appreciation for the hidden stories within her community. She had meticulously followed the clues, and it had paid off. They had stumbled upon a beautiful truth hidden behind the tree. And that's the end of our story for today. What a heartwarming discovery, wasn't it? What do you think is the most important part of a community? Or perhaps, what's a hidden talent you or someone you know has? We would be thrilled to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed our story, please show your support by liking this video. And remember, there are a helpful resource waiting for you in the description box to help you continue your learning journey. Thank you so much for listening and learning with us today at the English Story Nook. We hope you felt inspired and picked up some new English words and phrases. Keep practicing, keep exploring, and we can't wait to share another story with you very soon. Happy learning, and goodbye. For now.